So now, let's pick off where we left off. Let's pick up where we left off, right? That's how you say it. I did a little fiddling with the audio settings. Maybe I didn't have to fiddle with the microphone and editing as much as I used to. Also, I hope the audio desync issue is fixed. But let's go on explore Wendell. What do you have to say? By the way, I did find something interesting in this in the menu here, and that is not in training. In gear and stats, there is a costume tab. So that means we will get the ability to equip different costumes, regardless of our class. In the original Trials of Mana game, or Seiken Densetsu 3, it was completely tied to your class, and it was basically just recolors of your basic skin. But in this game, apparently, there is a bit more. We've also seen from promotional art that there will be different physical changes or model changes depending on your class choices. Some of which we'll obviously see in this playthrough. Beastman, Schmeastman, we have His Eminence the Priest of Light. We all protect this land. I'm pretty sure that's gonna help against the Beastmen. Oh yeah, I upgraded to the full version, so all the tutorials are reset now. They'll only be a bit. Oh! We can talk to cats too, that's great. Now... Charlotte's missing, I think I just brought her back. Well... not exactly, but she came back, from what I know. Maybe we'll meet her. So Charlotte isn't the only one who fancies Heath, huh? Yeah, I did see someone like that. Wendell is a neutral city with no enemies. That is precisely wrong. Obviously. I mean, why else would they need that barrier? Closed until evening. Alright. What kind of establishment might that be? It's just a pub. Nothing lecherous. Oh yeah, the pacifist. Finally, a weapons and armor shop, or at least an armor shop that has some stuff for us.
Welcome! Lots of wares to browse.
Now, leather armor.
This is good quality.
And a robe for her.
I'll make use of this.
And we are selling the old stuff. No, we're not selling that. Like I said, I'm gonna keep that one for nostalgia. It was his dad's. Of course I'm not gonna sell
Come
that.
again!
Yeah. The armor doesn't appear to have any impact on our visuals, so it's just the class changes probably. Maybe there are some extra costumes we can find. But the weapons change, depending on what we equip. It's not quite as fancy as she's used to, apparently. Another box behind the house. And inside we go. So, there's some rumbling in those caves, huh? Good thing that we are totally not going back there. Swords are cool, he says. Yep, I can
Welcome.
definitely
Lots of
confirm
wares
that.
to browse.
I mean,
Oh,
it's
good
not like
choice.
she has a lot of power, attack power to begin with, but
Come
every
again.
bit helps, right? Did I book it to her? Yeah. Right. Item shop. We don't need anything, but let's talk to people. So, I'm not sure, maybe Mana Day also has some impact on monster stats and general damage? Could be. Grandpa's Magic Rope. Yeah, Magic Rope is sometimes useful if you're in a bind. Sounds a bit paradoxical though, if you say it like that. Rope helps you when you're in a bind. Oh well. Was I already in there? I think I was. We also were in the inn, but we didn't pick up that chocolate yet. Right, let's move on to the temple. The Temple of Light. Seek an audience. It is rather big, yeah. It's all a bit squarey, isn't it? Very angular in terms of construction. But yeah, that's carried over from the original sprites, I think. Yes, I've heard of spring steppers. One of them has already been useful. Right, the mana ruins are above the cave, apparently. Not that we could tell from here. Oh, right, actually I think we can. Or no, that's just the gate, the entrance gate to Wendell. Boxes, boxes, everywhere just boxes. And sometimes vases. Or random items lying on the ground. Right. Nothing over here. Let's not talk to everybody in here. Only a few people. Partly because I know that not everyone here has unique dialogue. From what I hear, there are NPCs that reward dialogue with some of those chain abilities. So talking to people is kind of a good idea. Let's head outside. There's a box. And 2 cats. Meow. And upstairs, there are some more things to pick up. No running on temple grounds. So who's gonna stop me? Are you the police? Sure doesn't seem like it. Where could Charlotte be? I'm actually not sure what happens if you go here as Charlotte. the main character, with Charlotte as a main character. I know what happens if you take her along as a companion, but as a main character, I'm not sure actually. Does she stay outside? Does she come inside? Maybe I'll find out eventually. Yeah, boy, your mom's downstairs, but unfortunately I can't guide him there, as much as I'd like to. Bit of a missed opportunity, probably. I wonder if there's something up with these birds that are sitting in some locations, whether there's some secret behind them. I could imagine so, but I don't know. I guess we'll know in a month or two, when people have figured everything out. Well, the view doesn't hurt, but really considering modern graphics standards, it doesn't quite make the cut. But still, it's charming. And it captures the style so well. There's the mother of the boy, I think. Yeah, exactly. But we can't reunite those two. Let's hear what the priest has to say.
Please, accept the goddess of mana's blessings.
You're the priest of light, right? Tell me how to change my class. I need to be stronger now. Please.
Impossible. There is no way you could switch classes right now. You lack the experience necessary for such a feat.
What? But
You must have at least heard tell of the Mana Stones, correct? First, you must gain enough experience through battle, then call upon a Mana Stone's power to switch to another class.
Who's got time for that? Your Eminence, if I don't get stronger, I can't give that crimson jerk what's coming to him!
So you're the priest of light, You're plainer than I expected. I was hoping you might have some wisdom to share.
Whoa, wait.
Wait! I have something to say. Your Eminence, please listen. I have come from the Sanctuary of Mana to tell you that the Mana Tree is withering. Mana power grows weaker by the day.
Withering? But without the Mana Tree, the seals on the Mana Stones will break. The Benevodons will be released into the world.
The what? What's that?
You're acting like this doesn't affect you. You've been chosen by Fairy. This means that you alone can retrieve the Sword of Mana from the Sanctuary.
Told you she didn't tell us
what?
something.
She didn't mention that. Hey, Fairy? What gives?
I'm sorry. With the mana in the world so depleted, a fairy can't leave the sanctuary for long without a host. If I hadn't found you, I wouldn't have made it.
Yeah, okay. That's good for you and all, but no thanks. I don't need the stress in my life. Go haunt that old man instead.
Would that I were able to bear your burdens. However, once a fairy finds a host, they are bound to them for their whole life. Only death can part them.
Yay.
Wait 1 second. I never agreed to this. I don't need a sword of mana or whatever.
Should have read the terms of service then.
You want to defeat the Crimson Wizard, correct? With the Sword of Mana, you'll be the strongest swordsman in all the world.
Hey, stop sneaking around in my mind. But, what is the Sword of Mana anyway?
The Sword of Mana is the embodiment of the ancient power of Mana, guiding force of spirits. It is an alternate form of the golden wand used to create the world itself. The one who holds the mana sword gains awesome power. The sword lies in the roots of the mana tree, waiting. Before the mana tree withers completely, you must reclaim the sword and awaken the goddess of mana once more. She alone can bring peace to the realm and grant your wish.
So, if I get that sword, I can defeat the Crimson Wizard! Where can I find the Sanctuary of Mana? And how do I get there?
I am so sorry. But with mana so depleted, I don't have enough power to open the portal to the sanctuary. Not by myself.
Throughout the world are 8 points of mana energy, mana stones, sealing away the fearsome Benevodons. If you activate the mana stones, the portal connecting our world to the Sanctuary of Mana should appear. Through that portal is the Sanctuary. However, you should know that the energy inside the 8 mana stones was sealed on purpose as the mana goddess began her slumber.
So, what should I do?
In ages past, there once was an ancient spell used to control the energy from the mana stones and bend it to the user's will. However, countries refused to allow each other any control of the spell and use of the mana stones. The war that followed caused unspeakable damage. It was nearly as destructive as the sealed Benevodons. The survivors cursed the magic to avoid future tragedy and forbade anyone from using it. Now the life of any person who uses the spell will be forfeit.
Yeah, like Angela.
There is no longer anyone alive who knows how to work this cursed spell.
Well, apparently someone
That's
does.
There may be one way. If we borrow the powers of the elemental spirits that reside near the mana stones instead, I can combine their powers with what remains of mine to open the portal for everyone.
Splendid! This is a relief. If you wish to find a mana stone, I've heard many say that the Lightstone is in Cascade Cavern, guarded by the elemental Lumina. It is the cavern you pass through in order to reach here. Take Fairy. With what remains of her power, she can help you find Lumina in the cavern. See if you may borrow his light powers.
So, wait. The Sword of Mana? Huh. I think my mother mentioned that thing. But if I can get it before her, I can show her that I'm not powerless. She might even let me come back. Hey, take me with you. Please, come on.
Certainly. And the more elementals we meet, the more magic you can learn yourself.
Really? That's perfect.
Right. What have we learned? Another new ability. Base HP plus 30. Well, considering that we are hovering around 100 and 140, 30 extra HP is quite good. Let's see if we can equip some of those. Right, he already has that break armor ability. We have no training points left. Right, so we only have that one, and these are here. Well, he doesn't really need the HP boost. because he already has quite a lot of HP. And I'm playing as Duran, so I'm dodging quite a bit. So we'll be fine, I guess. Right, now let's head back and search for the Elemental of Light. There is no fall damage. I know there hasn't been any combat yet in this episode, but that's about to change, fortunately. And I mean, exploring the town is kind of fun too. I hope. I really like that pathway here though. That looks really nice and vibrant, at least during the day. Oh,
Can I come with? Can I? Please? I heard what you were talking to Grandpa about. You are no simple adventurer. Since you have a quest of your own, I have a favor to ask. I gotta find Heath, and I need your help.
No can do. It's pretty dangerous where I'm headed. I can't take a little kid with me on such a long trip. Go back to your grandpa, okay? Don't worry. We'll find out what happened to Heath for you. He's gotta be out.
Come on! I'm just worried about Heath. Please, I really can't come with you. Oh, fine. You are so stubborn. And mean. You meanie?
wow, she really got me there. No, actually Charlotte isn't nearly as young as she seems. I think she's something like 15 in the lore at least, and she looks like 5 maybe. But that's because of her parents. They weren't quite human if I recall correctly. That's actually what it says in the lore, I think, in her opening chapter. Now, let's do some fighting.
This'll be faster if we fight together. Next.
Of course you
So
won.
that's done.
Fine then. Here I go. Of course you won.
Yeah, the thing with those thrown axes is, if you go behind the axe inside that red bar, you're fine. It's only at the start that you need to use it.
Oh, good.
Well, unless you're
Don't have to
further
be
away.
on guard for now.
Don't stand where the axe is flying to. It's not like in some MMOs where you have to leave the abilities area
Wait, stop.
at the start of it happening. Here you just have to avoid the projectile itself.
There's
So?
mana power coming from the waterfall. See that strange hole? Further up. I bet Lumina is in there.
Yeah, and how are we supposed to get there? Let's see.
Fine then. Here I go.
Did I just hit all 3 of those? Yeah, we were full already. Alright, apparently it's always 25% of your HP in
Does more
those
damage.
vases.
Next.
Nope.
You barely broke a sweat.
Yeah, that was a bit of a waste of a double slash, right? You can adjust their behavior in the menu
It's the enemy.
so that they don't use these abilities, or you only use them at 200%. Which is what she did, but kinda did it at the wrong time.
Strength is flowing through me. It's magical.
Right, so she's level 5 now. Let's just save really quick. And then we make our way through the next part of the cave.
That's gotta be the hole Fairy was talking about, right? How are we supposed to get over there?
Oh, right. I forgot you can't fly. I think I can use the residual mana power in the waterfall to get you over there. Let's give it a try.
Yep, she has like one cast animation only. That's kind of all she had in the original too.
We did it!
And she wasn't all 3D then.
Get out of my way before I drink!
Oh yeah, that's an armored enemy. She was hit me twice already, because I'm back.
Spirit!
So until his armor is broken, we can't knock him around. And armor generally takes much more damage from heavy attacks than light attacks.
I know what to do.
Take this!
Let's focus on finding Lumina.
Of course.
Let's do that.
Let's help each other.
Crosscut!
Didn't that work well?
Aw, I was just getting started.
Alright, so there's also bonus XP for doing it with a class strike. Nope, not getting up there.
On! Let's help each other.
Oh, come on.
Let's focus on finding Lumina.
Now these enemies down here are interesting.
Strongest.
Careful! Here's the enemy.
Zombies. They are immune to knockbacks. Well, they do quite a bit of damage, but they also take increased damage. So like I said, I think they're pretty cool enemies. That require some slightly different thinking.
All right, clear your way. Leave it to me. Take this.
Oh, there was another armored goblin.
That's what I call power.
Can get a wee bit chaotic sometimes. But it's not too bad so far. Especially if you're in control of the camera. The lock-on is not really all that helpful so far. Oh, a high visor. That is a helmet for him. Which does not show up, unfortunately. I don't have anything for her yet. So nothing else? No. Okay. Let us save in here. And I think we'll go in this room here. Now what might this be? Look at the map up there. Quite a squarey room. Oh yeah! Epic boss music. Nuclear fusion.
This one looks strong. Ain't the light elemental, right?
No, this isn't the elemental we're looking for. It's a giant monster. So why do I feel mana power coming off of it?
Mana! Ugh! This isn't a normal monster, is it?
Hey, questions can come later.
That thing
We got a
has
fight on
a
our
weak
hands.
spot in the face.
Crosscut!
So that's where we're gonna hit it. In the face. That eye beam, you can shoot some holy bolts, sometimes the melee. And I want that 10% bonus XP for not getting hit by him. Holy Bolt, that's his other move. This is a tracking projectile. Which we avoid by running and then not staying there. On this castle. Yep, we can go here. And down with that.
A bit more. Nearly done here.
We're wearing it down, but I'm still ready to go.
His arms or legs basically take next to no damage at all.
You're gonna feel this one! Cross cut! Next!
So yeah, there goes. Now how might that beast have been able to cast Holy Bolt, you might ask? Yep, and he is worth a nice bunch of experience.
What is that?
Heyo! Looking for Lumina? That'd be me. Nice to meet ya! A pleasure. And thanks for releasing me from the belly of that Full Metal meanie, am I right? Who knows what would have happened if you hadn't come. Barry filled me in on your plight while you were fighting. Telepathy's great, huh? Just like Fairy, we elementals need mana to live. I'll help however I can to make sure we save the mana of the world.
Lumina, where is the Lightstone?
It's straight up from here, deep within the old ruins. But you can't exactly get there from here. Oh, no. It's safe, though. For now, at least. It's so unstable. It seems like the Benevodon could be unsealed at any minute.
That's not
We
very
gotta get the rest
reassuring.
of the elementals on board and open the portal to the sanctuary.
Right. Light elemental powers, Lumina.
Huh? Oh, looks like part of the cave broke in the fight. I think there's a shortcut.
Great. Light elemental magic. We have access to Lumina's powers and can now use light magic by putting training points in the respective ability trees. Holy Saber. I don't think Duran can learn that yet. Charlotte could learn Healing Light, and Angela can learn Holy Bolt, which she already has. Let's see, we do have some training points left. I'm not really sure what's gonna be important stats-wise in the future. For now, it's obviously strength. I mean, that was just 6 points more strength. And for her, if I were controlling her, strength and reclaim, which gives you mana on power attacks, would be really cool. But as it stands, I'm not sure if that's for every enemy that the party defeats or if she has to kill that one. Let's just up her magic power. Yeah. And extra magic damage. Wait. Yeah, she now has more health than Duran due to that ability. Oh well. He hits harder though. Quite a bit. And I'm not even sure if we are going to be able to put more points into strength until we change classes with Duran. Or if 6 is the maximum there. I don't think it was. I think it was something like 10 or 12 in the original. this video has been going on for a while, so I'll be heading back to that save statue and then we'll call it a
Beat them all
video.
on my own?
And I'll be back with the next one eventually.
Careful!
Probably the
It's
next
the
day.
enemy!
Too easy.
Some more fights.
Watch out!
I remember that in the original you sometimes had to grind it out a little, because not only did you really require to be a certain level to change classes, but it also was kind of hard sometimes if you didn't grind.
That's what I call power.
Although the game in general wasn't particularly hard for the most part. Now, here we are, save the game. And that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Please interact with the video, like, dislike, whatever. Subscriptions always help. Bye!